Hello, everyone, and welcome to the magical and wonderful world of PATHCO.
Are you alright there, Mon?
No, I'm not alright. I'm
What's
trying
wrong?
very hard to stay serious and actually do a proper intro after the
Hi,
utter
welcome to
catastrophe
PATHCO.
that we had last time.
Oops.
Are you alright? What happened last time? I don't remember.
You fucked it up.
It was
probably.
bad. It was just a mess.
Was that the one where we pretended to be Critical Role for no reason?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the
yeah.
one, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh,
That
no,
was
I think
good.
I don't want
Classic banter.
Classic.
Bants. Mad Bants with PATHCO.
Mad
lads.
Bants.
Bants Patrol. That's the name of our sci-fi.
Okay,
Knights
so
of Bantalot.
Knights of
Knights of Lancelot is really
I haven't
good.
heard that one. That's so good.
Let's do that one.
That's
Have you heard Archbishop of Banterbury?
Bantalot. I've heard
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, and the
Banterbury.
Bantosaurus Rex is also a
That's a good
classic.
one.
I think
Hang on, I'm gonna look this up.
our
You
next
guys do
party-
the intro.
Our next party for PATHCO should be called the Knights of Bantalot.
I
It's a pretty
agree.
good one.
In any case,
In any case,
we're back in Blackwater. We're back in Blackwater, and
Guess who's back. Back
can-
again.
Banteater is pretty good. That's pretty decent.
Banteater.
Bantelope.
Bantelope.
Bantagonist.
Jeez.
That's the courier.
Sorry, please
Okay.
continue.
That aside, would anyone like to remind me where their party, or where their part of the party, was last time?
I'm having a nice time in a library.
Dave was, indeed. Dave's been going through the library, collecting the books that Olaf Peachwood, God's rest his soul, has mentioned. Fire and Glanvar, you were in the merchant's house.
Yep, we have failed to. We failed in our stealth attempt quite horrendously.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, we failed at pretty much everything, now that I think about it.
Indeed, it didn't go too well. However, you did manage to intimidate two poor service workers.
Half
to
intimidate, half
lead
bribe.
you- yes, to intimidate and bribe, to lead you to the vaults. And we'll see how that goes.
Vault
Well,
Now,
now
I think
131.
we have one member of our party remaining. Sigmund, why don't you tell us what you did last time?
Oh, I made a new friend, probably.
In the toilets.
Mm-hmm.
So, after leaving Dave to go and do the only successful actions of that entire debacle, Sigmund attempted to, just pass some time in the toilet as he is wont to do. Potentially being able to maybe steal some guards uniforms, hitman style, to help some of our later antics potentially work better. Unfortunately, and critically, instead, he did not find a guard, and in fact, found, what was the name of the person?
He's got a
It was
handout.
the
Where is he?
Doctor.
Yes.
Amos Payne.
Amos Payne. Dr.
Amos
Payne.
Payne, who immediately made him, and immediately made the PATHCO the most reliable of all of our ruses, was in fact a ruse. So, in panic, Sigmund attempted to knock him unconscious with the Mace of Spades.
Failed.
Amos Payne then, fearing for his life and his attempt to blast Sigmund with some kind of spell failing, was then talking about how he feared that he would be the next on the hit list of like, I forget the exact phrase, but it was something like, "Come on, you can do me in like you did in Olaf Peachwood." At which point Sigmund invited him into his office to discuss these matters further.
Indeed.
Stopping in fact from beating him on the head anymore.
Indeed. So I think that is where we are going to come back
Oh crap.
for the start
Okay,
of
cool.
this session. So You are currently in your toilet cubicle.
I'm going to be like, one second. I'm going to take the do not disturb sign and take it from my toilet cubicle and put it on the outside of the door as a whole to say,
Oh, right.
Okay, yeah, that sounds very good.
and I'll be like, okay, okay. So,
Yes.
so I think we've got off on the wrong foot here. And there's no need to apportion blame.
I'm sure there isn't. Continue.
As you've probably picked up, I do not, in fact, work for PATHCO.
No, so it seems.
I work for a separate. I'm a freelancer of a different nature, you could say, but I would like. Why do you? I can categorically tell you that I am not the man that killed Olaf Peachwad. In fact, I'm attempting to discover who was that person, and it seems that we are in fact on the same side. And in a gesture of good faith, I will hand him one of my healing potions.
Okay.
To
A special one or just a normal one?
well, not one of our special ones, I think.
Okay.
To help ease off the whole concussion situation.
All right. Yeah. He refuses that. He holds his hand and says, "No, thank you. I suppose I appreciate the gesture, but I can handle myself." And you see him sort of, strangely enough, like rub his hands together, producing like sort of golden sparkly light, and hold them out, which seems to have produced like a lot of thin needles from golden light between his hands.
Can I just do a wee sense motive on him?
Yeah, sure.
Like I feel like I as a player. Well, who knows? Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I think Sigmund is not completely stupid, and so
only mostly. Yeah, only mostly.
cool. Sigmund has no idea. Sigmund,
you're pretty anxious because these needles look pretty sharp, and he did try to blast you with a spell. Like, what's he trying to do here? Is he trying to take you out? Maybe panic.
I'm gonna. Sigmund's gonna. The panic didn't go so well. He's gonna ride it through, but he looks a bit like.
So Amos Payne turns his hands with like the golden needles that stick out of them towards himself, and you can see them sort of like a seismograph or something similar start to sort of scan over him, and it seems that he's healing himself in some way. It's like a roll me a. No, you wouldn't have spellcraft or anything like that. This is just spooky magic mumbo jumbo. You don't understand it, but it seems like the extent of your spellcraft knowledge is golden light means good.
That is what fire tends to do.
Yes, it's true. So it seems that he is somehow healing himself, and he is like meticulously holding his hands next to his head as the needle sort of seem to be sort of.
Well, I shall.
It's like he's giving himself a sort of high speed healing hands acupuncture.
Like, this looks good.
So Amos Payne, looking a little like Pinhead at the moment with all the golden needles, says, "So, who are you exactly?"
Well, I'm afraid I can't go into the exact details, but you can call me. Oh shit! What would he say? Oh, I know what he'd say. You can call me Michael.
Michael. All right.
And I am here investigating the death of all of Peachwood, as I'm sure I can gather. I can't talk to you about.
No, so it
Um,
seems.
I can't. I'm sure that's something you've put together as well. And I'm going to be paying very close attention to when I say this next part, as you can understand. I
Mm-hmm.
can't talk in great detail because I don't know who around here is working for Lab 4, and I thought it might have been you.
Oh, well, no, I don't have any connection with the alchemy department. Luckily, they're a bunch of idiots. But anyway,
Was there any kind of response when I said Lab 4, pseudo implying they might be involved in this?
mm,
Or do you want another
I think
sense
he will
motive on
actually.
that?
I think he will actually ask you. What's this about Lab 4 exactly?
They've come up in the course of my investigations.
He sort of raises his eyebrows and he says, "Is that right? Well, I think that we'd best discuss this in a somewhat safer place."
How about
Normally-
Mr. Pete? How about what was Olaf Peachwood's title? Was he a doctor? So this is me asking you, Mon. So
Professor, yeah, Professor Peachwood.
I think perhaps Professor Peachwood's office would be a suitable place to discuss it.
Peachwood's office? No, no, not at all. Place would be brimming with those goddamn fireflies right now. I think we'd better.
Sorry, fireflies. Or is that something that Sigmund would know and I've just forgotten about?
Amos. Well,
Because if
You
Sigmund doesn't
think-
know, he'll ask him to.
Well-
go into what he's-
Amos Payne to that will say he's almost saying something, and then he says, "Again, I think that if you are who you say you are, we might want to discuss that in a place that is a little more discreet."
Okay. Oh. Now Sigmund thinks he knows what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somewhere. You know, this is a bit stinky. We need somewhere. There's a bad.
I'm honestly not sure what you're trying to accomplish with lurking in this toilet, but well.
I was trying to play it by ear, to be honest. But yeah, no, there's some bad vibes here. We've had a bit of a ruckus. We need to get somewhere that's got a bit more of a positive energy to it.
Indeed. No, I suppose I can clean out my office for a second, and that'll give us some time to talk. Come.
Okay, and yeah, sorry about the old bonk bonk.
Indeed. Well, at least you should be happy that you caught the head surgeon on his head, who actively can deal with something like that on the fly. Someone else might have been a little bit more indisposed thanks to your methods.
Indeed, you lead the way. And Sigmund puts his mask back on, and he'll take his mask off. I think as a gesture of
Yeah.
But he'll put it back on and follow him.
Yeah. So Amos Payne is going to lead you to his office, which is you go back to the sick bay and you pass through there. It's a similar scene to when you were there before. You can see that the man with the fish is still there.
Wasn't it the fish with the man?
Yeah, the fish with the man.
it was.
Indeed, that is a more accurate description of the situation. And I've actually forgotten the name of the professor. Anyway,
Sigmund gives him finger guns on the way past.
yeah, he sort of, the fish slowly blinks. And Amos Payne opens his office and beckons you to come inside.
Okay. Sigmund is still he's not blindly walking into these places, so assume that there's some degree of checking for corners and if they're
indeed.
being followed or whatever. But I'll just let you describe as we're going about.
Yeah, so he leads you in. He closes the door as you come inside, and he sets himself down in his desk chair. He sort of puts his hands together in a not really in a praying gesture, but something that resembles it, and he sort of blows through his hands, and a cloud, sort of a vaguely luminescent golden cloud, fills the office. And as it disperses, everything smells sort of minty fresh, like sort of very clinical, like clinical sanitizer. And he says, "All right, that should last us a while. It's positive energy, you see. It kills them."
I know. I did a pun earlier, and Sigmund tapped his head 3 times because he's smart.
You do? Pray tell, where did you get that information?
Oh, did you not pick up when Sigmund was saying that he needs to get out of there because he needs to get somewhere that had a bit more of a positive energy to it?
Oh no, I actually didn't. Didn't pick up on that at all. Sorry.
Sigmund was actually being subtle for once.
Oh wow. No, I actually didn't register that at all. Perhaps because I haven't come to expect it from him.
I know.
Amos Payne
Well,
has
I
no
think
sense of
we should
humour.
just roll with the fact that Amos didn't pick that up either because he's
Yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly what we should do. Oh well, no, I can quite expect it for someone like you, but anyhow, please enlighten me on well where you stand, if you will, and well, depending on what you say, I'll do the same.
Okay. So that's an from me, not Sigmund. Sigmund saying,
Yeah, that's no problem. If you want, we can go back to Dave and come back to.
yeah, we've had a bit of focus on Sig. Let's just get to Dave for a bit.
Okay, Dave.
me.
You have gone
Some of
about the libraries. You've collected the necessary books.
Well, some of them. Not all of them are available. I wrote down which ones.
Very
I
good.
don't have the primary principles of Red Plane Alchemy. I
Right.
don't have the Chronicles of St. Sartoria Volume 4, but I've got all of the others. And I might be able to get the other books at the Merchants Guild or in the Entertainment District, which has got a bit more of a shady black market. But probably don't need to go there. But we did also come here to get the cigar case, which we
Indeed.
didn't get last
You
time.
did. Okay.
And I think, I can't remember what Dave and Sigmund arranged to do, but I feel like it might have been me.
I think it was some kind of bird call that was going to be the signal to kind of come together. I think the last plan was to go outside and maybe send Toast through the window to get the cigar box.
Yeah, that was something like that. Dave might just go outside and have a go at that on his own. Because Sigmund ain't here. Sigmund is doing whatever Sigmund does.
Oh, has Dave been to the toilets?
No?
No,
I know
don't
that he
think so.
he knows that that's where Sigmund went, I think. But I think Dave's just going to try and crack on and be an independent boy and get things done.
All right. Then where are you headed right now?
I'm going to wander around I assume there's grounds. What's underneath the window that we know is to the office? Is it just a grassy space that it's not weird for a student to be wandering in, or is it
I
meant to be
think
there? It's like an
that
alley.
it's on the outside of the. I think we established last time that it was on the outside of the academy, and underneath would be, if I take a look at, there's some grassy spaces, some like a bit of park around the academy building.
Okay, I will
Definitely
wander out
not
there.
something that would be weird to be wandering around.
No, okay, I will wander out there and have Toast do a flyby to see what's in there, and then project the image back into my head.
Okay. So as Toast flies by, you can see that the office is an empty room.
Uh-oh.
And
Is
that,
everything gone?
that any furniture from there has been moved.
Bollocks. Oh dear.
Other than that, roll me a perception.
For me or for Toast?
You.
For me.
Because
okay.
like Toast can see this and project it into your head, but you
True.
still need to roll perception
I
to
need to make
spot
the
this.
the connections. Where's my perception?
11. No, nothing else strikes you.
Dang it. Now where would that stuff have gone? And how can I find out without being really suspicious? Do I have any interesting spells that could help? Detect magic might have worked in another place, but we can't do that right now. I don't know what to do now. That was my plan.
Oh, okay. Heggers doesn't seem to be back yet, does he?
No, I'm back.
Oh, you are back. Oh, good.
Sorry, I'm
Well,
having issues
then,
with my
if you want,
PC.
Dave, we can go to Thyra and Glanvar first,
Yeah,
and then
that
you can
seems like a
come
good
up
idea.
with
Dwarf
something more to do.
Dwarf team.
Okay. So, Thyra and Glanvar, you are at the moment in a sort of gears work elevator together with the two servants that you bribed, and it is quite slowly sort of click, 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 going down into the basement. And they are sort of awkwardly standing around, and they ask you, so, what do you want anyway? Money?
No.
Is it some kind of beef on some rich guy? Is this a blackmail? Is that what you're doing?
Do people keep beef in the... That sounds awful. Surely it'd stink out the other safe boxes.
Well, no, I meant beef in like the figurative sense. Although someone did actually keep beef in that, it was horrible.
Someone
I had
kept
to-
a
I had to clean
figure
that out,
made
you know,
of
but
beef. Right, okay.
anyhow,
In all seriousness, though, Mon, I don't actually remember why we're here.
you are here because Olaf Peachwood, when you spoke with Dead, mentioned that his research up to the point that he was killed is stashed in one of the vaults.
Of course, we're here for no reason that should concern you, you fuck.
Thought you'd say that. Ding! And it seems that the elevator has arrived, and it's sort of old-timey doors, sort of its fence door opens, and you're looking at a long corridor of stonework with lit torches, and you can see 4 guards that are standing watch here, and they turn to you and they say, "What are you doing here?"
Hello.
And the servants say, these people are just coming to pick something up from the vault, Sir Guard." And the guard says, "Well, then why aren't they with a guide? No one should be able to access the vaults without a guide. You should know this." And they say, "Yeah, sorry, sir. We wanted to send a guide, but the only one that was available, sir, got bonked on the head." Bonked on the head, you say? Yeah, quite hard as well. Wasn't available, and well, couldn't keep the customers waiting, could we, sir? I suppose. Go on then. Thank you, sir. And these 2 servants, they lead you past the guards, past a double door, into a large basement room, sort of made of like thick brick. And on one side of this large room, you can see that the entire wall is made up of locker-sized metal vaults.
Are we talking
Right.
American lockers or British lockers?
Yeah, like a safety deposit box, or like the ones that you get at, like gyms or stations.
Oh no, like a safety deposit box.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we have a specific box?
Yeah.
You
that we
did.
were- Oh.
Number
have a key?
131.
Do we? Is that a no on the key thing?
A key. No, you didn't have a key. No.
Okay. How? Glamvar, quick, pick the lock.
I seem to recall you
Hang on, shush.
thinking about
Glamvar,
a spell
Glamvar, do
that
it.
may have...
Glamvar, pick the lock. You can do it.
Can
What?
I use that unskilled? Untrained? Yes, I can.
You're gonna have to move your mic again a little.
Can I use that? I can use that untrained, right?
I think so. That would be disable device. Does it say that you can use that untrained or not?
Nope. It cannot. It doesn't have a star next to it.
Ah,
So you're not allowed to? That's a shame because I thought it would be really funny. What do you mean you're not that? You were not that kind of bandit? What the shit? It's like a 5-minute long sort of diatribe. Anyway, so warp metal is a really weird spell.
oh yeah.
Warp metal is a really weird spell because it says I can warp one small or smaller object or its equivalent per caster level.
Okay. You can warp one small or smaller object.
How big would you say these lockers are?
That's more than a Dave.
It'll do. It'll do. Let's just put it that way.
I'll go keep watch.
Alright, cool, because I feel like this is probably fairly noisy as far as spells go.
Is it?
If
Doesn't
you're
necessarily have to
warping metal...
Well,
Alright, well...
actually,
Depends
you can,
on
if
if
you
you're
want, you
doing
can
it-
roll me a stealth to see how noisy it is. Like how nimble you are with the
Or like-
parameters of this spell as you are casting it.
Concentration,
that makes
maybe?
sense. Like the deftness of the casting.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a... Never mind. That's not
I
bad.
did surprisingly well,
that's not
considering I have a
bad.
-4.
Not bad at
Having
all.
a -4, that is certainly reasonably decent.
Yeah.
So it does creak somewhat as you...
So essentially, I'm buckling the door so that the locking mechanism is sort of
Yeah.
bent out of place and it's open.
Indeed. Okay,
And
so
I'm going to do it for 7 other locker doors as well.
It does
Why?
make sort of a creak as you do this. And the two servants are sort of very anxiously looking at the door of the vault room, and they are also looking at you and are looking at you. So, how's she doing that? I don't know. It's probably some kind of dark alchemy trick.
Glanvar walks over and says, "Do not concern yourself."
We're on a mission from God, and it may be the same one as your one. I don't know.
Okay. We'll just be here.
Okay, cool. Keep an eye out. So yeah, I buckle the door on 7 random lockers and the one that we were denoted to get.
Okay. Several
Why?
random lockers, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, nice obfuscation there, Thyra. Tap your head 3 times.
Yep, that's why I'm doing that.
Okay. So, first of all, the one that you were looking for breaks open, and it contains the following things. It contains a sort of paper-wrapped package It contains a book, which, if you look at it, is the primary principles of red plane alchemy.
Oh, nice.
It contains 20 small bottles, which all have a sort of reddish golden, faintly luminescent liquid in them. It contains what looks like a wand gun thing. And it contains it contains 10 cartridges for this thing as well. It contains a pistol and a sort of bag of bullets, which you can roll a... Do dwarves get a bonus on identifying metals and stuff?
Yeah, we can roll a
Believe
praise
so.
with a +2.
Okay, you can do that. 9.
Yep.
You are not sure. It's not normal iron, but you don't know what it is. And it also has a dagger in it, which seems to be made of the same material, which you cannot identify.
Sorry, what was that last thing?
A dagger of the same material as the bullets, but you cannot identify what exactly this material is.
Right, okay. And yeah, I'm going to, for the other 7 cabinets, I'm just going to yank them open. Is there anything of interest in there?
Okay, so...
Or is it just, if it's just like documents or whatever, I'm throwing them to the ground? I'm basically trying to like mess up the place.
Okay, so 2 of them contain documents. One of them contains some documents and about 6 gold ingots. One of them contains a book with no title, and the 3 others all contain various amounts of gold, both in coin form, in ingot form, and in form of jewels.
So yeah, essentially I'm just chucking everything to the ground and leaving it a right mess now.
Okay. Very well.
Alright. What?
Are you taking everything from Peachwood's locker?
Yes, I'm stashing everything that Peachwood had.
Okay. So the so as you do this, could you roll me a 1d10, please?
This is fine. These 1d10s are always good things.
Yes.
It's gonna be 1 puppy falls into your arms, and now you have a fun dog. Congratulations, you were forcibly multi-classed to Ranger.
Okay, so with a 1, you're fine for now.
Don't worry, guys, we're fine for now. Thyra winks at the camera.
There's no one.
And it does the star wipe to the next scene.
Okay, so you have your stuff. These servants are looking very jumpy.
Oh, sorry, I thought the scene was going to end. We should probably leave.
The scene is
Probably
not
wise.
yet ended. Okay. Okay. What now? Are we just gonna go back out the way we came, or what? What's the? Aren't they gonna spot us?
I don't think they will.
Well, there's 4 guards right out there. I mean, well, and then the other says, "Well, I guess I wouldn't know that we stole anything, would they?" So, well, I guess not. But I mean, this is the Merchants Guild. Maybe.
Just act natural.
Yeah, fly casual. Have you never done this before?
No, I'm poor.
Oh, me neither, to be honest, but I was hoping there'd be an experienced bank robber here. Glanvar.
Wow. Way to profile a man.
Sarah narrows her eyes a clamp.
Incredible.
Wrong kind of criminal.
Worst criminal ever. The tail end of the corridor, where the guards are stood.
Yes.
How wide's the corridor, and how big is the sort of room at the end of it with the elevator in?
So the elevator is just at the end of the corridor, and is about, I would say, it is about 20 feet wide.
How convenient. Okay, I may have a cunning plan.
Do I need to quickly draw up a map?
No, because this is going to work perfectly and involve no combat.
Okay, I trust you.
No, you don't.
Okay, I'm thinking about throwing a fog cloud down there and running. And maybe also cutting the elevator cord, but that feels like it might be a little mean, so potentially just running for the elevator.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
You are...
Yeah. Does that sound reasonable?
Well, don't look at me. You can certainly do that.
Yeah, I was asking Heg because he's the person who's also in this scenario.
It sounds like something.
Okay, that's good enough for me. The range is 180 feet.
How well can I? I'm gonna try. How well is this gonna make it hard? How hard is it gonna make for us to see? Because you might be immune.
Extremely.
I
I'm
won't be.
not immune to it.
Oh,
Well, you can
God.
run in a straight line, can't you?
Well, that's kind of it.
Okay.
Look,
So you are currently behind the double doors that lead back into the room with the guards. Are you going to do this?
yeah, yes,
Okay.
I do.
So you slowly open the door and...
I stick-
Wham! Fog cloud.
I stick my hand out with the holy symbol ring on it.
Yeah. And you hear sort of a... Huh? Ah, shit!
You never should have come here. No.
Yeah, never should have come here. And you can hear sort of the clang clang of the guards drawing their weapons, but not seeing anything. Shit! Shit! What's going on? Block the corridor! Block the corridor!
Can we try and sprint past them?
Okay,
Yep.
roll... There's no real roll sprint, is there?
Acrobatics, I guess. I mean, it's
Really?
because 5th edition has athletics.
Yeah, we're not playing 5th edition though.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
if this was combat, it would be a charge or something. Is the thing.
Yeah, it would be.
That maneuver?
Evil.
Combat maneuver could work.
Yeah, roll combat maneuver, guys.
Roll combat maneuver for the
Jesus.
servants as well.
And then no, you hear the servants shouting, "Help! Help us! We've been taken hostage."
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Did I pay them?
Sorry.
Did I pay them before they did this?
No, I don't think you did, which
Fucking
is why they are
A.
which is why they are currently like shouting like heck.
I am so good at heist plans.
And okay, so 16, 14, let me roll for the guards.
Keeping in mind that we do have concealment if we're further away than 5 feet from them.
Yes, this is true. But
Like
this is just to see how coordinated they are.
They can't use sight to locate us.
Okay. So they rolled lower than you, so they are bumbling around a bit. And you hear them shouting, "Ah, shit, shit, shit! Benny! Benny, blow the whistle, you fuckwit! Oh, shit!"
Oh no, he's ringing an old-style phone.
Yeah, and he's sort of... It's a really loud whistle that he suddenly blows. And yeah, that's probably something that you would be able to hear, well, up the elevator.
Oh boy.
Okay. with rolls like these, you can make it past the guards, and you can make it to the elevator. As you get in, the elevator sort of click, very slowly starts to go up.
That's in
but
Carmen
this-
San Diego.
Yeah, it's a very slow elevator, a very old, very slow elevator. And
So, how do you think that went?
He just Glambar just glares.
Ah, the
All
glamour.
right, look, I'm just saying, I got the vault open, I got all of Thingy's things.
Ding! And the doors go open, and there are about 6 guards pointing their pikes at the inside of the elevator.
Any more bright ideas?
If I say yes,
And I am going to... Okay, this is probably the point where I do need to quickly make a map.
this probably could do with a map.
Yeah.
But if this was a TV show, this would be the point that we go to commercial break.
Yes, I will actually do that now because we've been here for a bit. Okay. Dave.
Me.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't
It
seem to
still
be able to...
transitions between scenes using a star wipe.
Yes.
Yes,
definitely.
it does. Dave, it
That's
is
me.
now your moment to shine. What are
Mhm.
you? What have
It's
you
Dave
decided
time.
to do?
I don't know about Shine, but I think Dave's been like scratching his head a bit, and then remembered because I'm pretty sure Sigmund shared his plan that he was gonna kidnap a guard and pretend to be one.
Mm.
And Dave's thinking, well, I mean, I could risk it by bothering someone and then keeping myself away, considering I'm already a little bit shady after trying to break into or get some information for what's her name. So he's probably going to go and try and find Sigmund, though I'm not entirely sure how he's going to do this. He knows where he last saw Sigmund, which was in the bathroom, so I guess he's going to start there.
Well, you
and
do
then
still have toast, right? So
Yeah, but like Toast can't see through walls.
no, but they can like fly over through the halls and stuff. I guess.
Yeah, well, not through the halls. I think a bird who's technically the same size as Dave, if we're going by the actual eagle stats, would be a bit surprising.
Oh right, yes, yes. I keep thinking I keep getting confused with a different bird from
Yeah,
a
Mad
different...
Max. Mad Max is
Yeah.
falcon sized. I mean, like, in my mind, Toast is not that big, but like, if we're using the proper eagle stats, she is the same size as Dave, which is quite
Eagles
funny.
are big. I keep forgetting.
Eagles
that-
are
Oh wait,
huge.
seriously? Is Toast that big?
Well, she
Oh,
has the
fuck.
stats of an eagle. I don't know if she is the same size as an eagle, but she has the stats of one with magic.
Oh.
She's a big girl.
Yeah, wow.
She is stronger than Dave.
I hadn't. Yeah, I hadn't quite picked up on that. Okay.
She might
so
not be
what
fully
we
grown
do-
yet. That's what I'm saying. She's still not, because I got her when she was just like a hatchling, so she's still a little
okay.
toast.
All right. So what were you doing with Toast? Exactly?
I will ask Toast to do a few loops around the university and see if she can spot him through any windows. And in the
Okay.
meantime, Dave's going to go to the bathroom, see if he's still there, and then maybe do some kind of, I don't know, survival stuff to try to track him down.
Okay. You can definitely do
We'll try and
that.
Sherlock Holmes it.
Yeah. Roll me a perception and a survival isn't really the thing here. I don't think. Okay, 24. That's not bad. You can see that there are slight signs of a struggle.
Oh dear.
And you can also tell, because you probably have detect
Oh,
magic.
you would see that the your note that you left Sigmund to put on the toilet door is now on the outside of the actual bathroom.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. As you come there, you would see that there is a sign of under maintenance. Or
I should
what
have
is it?
left a note for Dave on the back of that. Oh dear.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Okay. No, you did not. So Dave, you can see that there is a sign on this door saying under maintenance.
In Sigmund's handwriting.
Well, in Dave's
Indeed.
handwriting, Dave made it.
Did I? Oh, I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, so you can see your under maintenance sign hanging on the
Okay.
door.
I assume, like, peeking my head in, and I can't see or hear anyone else in there.
Yeah, so you can't quite see anyone else. And as you look around, indeed, with a 24 perception check, you can see some signs of a struggle. If you are using detect magic, which I think is reasonable to assume because
I
it's
can't,
a free
remember?
cantrip.
It's divination spell.
True. Shit. That's right. You wouldn't do this then.
Should have kept my mouth shut.
Yes. All will become clear.
Would I be able to see that there aren't those little thingies around? Or are they only really thick enough that you can see
So
through the
with
Plague
24
District?
perception, if you look keenly, you can see that there are right now a few very slight sort of glowy pinpricks in the air, sort of hanging, floating.
But nothing that really tells me where he is now.
No,
Well, there's
it
no
doesn't,
unconscious.
however.
There's no unconscious guards in here, so I can probably assume that Sigmund didn't succeed in clobbering a guard and nicking his clothes.
That's true. And as you are pondering this, you get a sort of flash image from Toast of a window. And behind that window, you can see Sigmund and some kind of older gentleman who looks like he's wearing sort of a surgeon or a medicine man's attire.
Well, has Dave seen Amos before? He might have.
Have you seen him?
I can't remember because did we?
Maybe.
No, I think it wasn't. It just Sigmund that went to the.
Yeah.
Oh, it
I
was.
think
Yeah,
it
no,
was.
fair point. Fair point.
I think it was just Sigmund. So no, you wouldn't have seen him before. It looks like Sigmund is talking to some kind of surgeon, sort of, yeah.
Guy, dude.
Yes, indeed.
Does Toast give any indication of like where the window is, so I could try and triangulate what room inside?
Can you give Toast orders from this distance?
Not sure. But like I don't know if like was Toast just giving me the image of the window, or was she looking from a further distance at the building and the window and Sigmund beyond?
I think because you did instruct her to find Sigmund, didn't you? So she would have given you the image of the window.
We did say that I managed to summon her from across the city earlier, so maybe I can. But like, if you allow me to do that, then having her fly back out a little bit.
Yes, that's true. Okay, let's say that is the case. And you notice that from the two windows to the side, for the couple of windows to the side, you can see some people lying in beds in what looks like a sick bay.
Okay. Okay. Good old Toast, I will say out loud, even though she's not here. Hope she can get the message long distance.
Indeed.
And see if I can hunt this place down.
Yes.
Because I'll probably remember from the fact that that guy that we came across when we stumbled out of the sewers took Sigmund there.
Indeed.
So it probably wasn't that far away from where.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you would definitely be able to find that place just using the signs and
sense.
stuff in the
Cool.
in the academy.
I'll
And I
go
think
on
that,
and do that.
yes, you'll do that. And in the meantime, I'm going to quickly drink a glass of water, and then we'll go back to Sigmund. So I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Stay
Okay.
hydrated, dude.
Very good. Indeed, gotta stay hydrated. Let's do a
I'm
take
running out
5
of water actually, but I can survive.
Wow. Okay. Very good. So the real thing is like, how much is Sigmund going to say? And I think, well, I'm just going. Well, we'll find out what Sigmund.
We'll
wants
find
to
out.
say.
Indeed, we will.
Yeah. Right. Now.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm
Good.
kidding.
Yes.
So
So,
as
Sigmund.
as we cut in, I was just saying like, what's Sigmund going to say? So Sigmund's not gonna let anyone know. Just some high level. He's not gonna let the number of people involved. He's not going to mention the actual organization. But I think at this point, like talk. So Sigmund will be. So, from my investigations, we discovered that Olaf was concerned about stalking from Lab 4, which was then... Yeah, no, actually, no. Which was he was concerned about stalking from Lab 4 before he died. He's not even going to he's not going to even mention he got that from the library. We believe that the nature was. We absolutely do not. I do not absolutely do not believe that this was the work of the serial killer known as. Is it the fisherman? Sorry,
The sailor.
Yes, the Blackwater Sailor.
The Blackwater Sailor, and in fact. Believe it to have been a magical effect based around those, what was it, who called them, fireflies?
Yes, indeed.
We believe that Olaf Peachwood was onto something, and that's why he was killed. And I intend to try and find out what that was. And I would very much like to have access to his office, for I believe there might be information there, which I will be able to get.
Yes, well, I am sure that there was information there. However, the Chancellor had the office emptied out recently because of a burglary.
Oh.
He
Which
sort of narrows
Chancellor?
his
Is that
eyes.
Maximilian Michaels?
That wouldn't have happened to have been you, would it?
Technically, it wasn't Sigmund. He wasn't there.
What, Sigurd's like, I don't recall.
Okay, roll bluff.
It was Sigmund. Oh, he was in sickbay, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he did learn about it afterwards. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crit on Amos'
What
part.
kind of crit?
So
Good
Amos
kind.
says,
All bad kind.
"Mm-hmm. You know you're not a great liar, are you?"
Oh, no, not when I'm I'm only good at that when I'm trying to get someone into bed. But it's
Wow. Classy, very classy.
no, it wasn't me, but it was someone. It was likely to be someone I was working with. Yeah.
I see. Well, I suppose things are the way they are now. Anyway, everything in all.
Do you know where these things are kept now?
Yes, I do actually know where they are. They're currently in the High Chancellor's offices. The highest floor of the Academy is where they are being kept. The High Chancellor said that, well, he certainly wouldn't like to endanger anyone in the Academy, and that he would therefore be keeping them for himself. The prick.
Indeed. Do you suspect his involvement in this?
Well, suspect would be putting it lightly. You see, during my time here in the Academy, let's just say that I am quite clear on the fact that it's absolutely impossible for someone like Maximilian Michaels to have been the Chancellor of this Academy for, how long has this thing been here? 20 years? The man looks like he's 25, for God's sake. Anyhow, be that as it may, well, maybe he just looks young. Every time I go to his office for some business or another, or I meet him when I just passing by, he just, well, it's perhaps strange to say, but it never really seems like he's doing anything. It's like he's just wasting his time loitering about. He never seems to be doing any work. He never seems to be filling in any documents. I don't know what his research is, as
You
a matter of
suspect he's
fact.
some kind of puppet and somebody else is pulling the strings.
I don't know. He certainly doesn't seem to be doing a lot of administrative work. But, well, I suppose it's possible. Although, given how the man is, I would say that he would have to be surprisingly articulate for just a puppet. It's not as if he's just a bumbling mute. He's, how do you say, very outspoken. Has that weird girlfriend of his with him all the time too. Ugh.
Oh? Who's that?
What's her name? Crumble? Yeah, that's it.
Crumble?
Indeed.
Ah. Wasn't one of Olaf's... I'm sorry, this is Matt.
Yeah,
apprentice.
his assistant. His assistant, yeah.
Wasn't one of his assistants named Crumble?
Oh, Olaf's assistant, yes, the bloody idiot who got himself caught in the plague district doing research for Olaf. And then, of course, Olaf goes to say, "Oh no, it's nothing to do with me, sir." You see, it makes me angry, you know. Olaf really could have used some subtlety. No. I'm afraid that his rebellious whimsy always got the better of him. And, well, now he's dead. He wasn't exactly the most subtle man. A bit like you, if you will.
That is true, but I do have the advantage of wearing heavy armor pretty much the rest of the time. I find that does smooth out the cracks somewhat.
Yes, well, maybe Olaf should have done that too, then. Anyhow, yes, it's his sister, indeed. But they weren't very close. I always seem to remember them. Well, anytime I ever saw them together, it was always shouting this and screaming that. And they didn't seem to get along very well.
I see. And what of these fireflies? What do you know of them?
Well, less than I would want. I'm afraid that the only thing that I'm aware of is that they die by contact with positive energy. You see, when I was healing a rather strongly wounded patient, for fuck's sake. Fuck off.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't believe my eyes if I saw 10 million of them.
Fireflies.
Anyway, so less than I would want. I
Fantastic.
only know that positive energy kills them because I accidentally caught one under my channel positive energy when I was healing a rather badly injured patient.
And what's their link with the cough?
There's a link with the cough, you say?
Hmm.
Why is that? I only ever noticed them sort of buzzing around the place, and I thought, well, those aren't dust specks, and considering that I've noticed divination magic doesn't do the trick in this place, ever since I read some notes on it and tried it for myself.
We suspect there's a link there too.
I suspect that, well, whatever these things are, there are means of surveillance designed so that while divination magic may be accessible to the lower public and to anyone with a bit of sorcerer blood in them, well, whatever this is, it certainly seems to only be under control of, well, someone, and I'm not quite sure whom.
No. I have my suspicions, but I can't pin it.
Anyhow, I'm quite sure that the Chancellor himself is involved in all this. Or at least that he knows something that would be worth getting out of him.
Oh, I see. And Sigmund's just patting the Mace of Spades in his hand.
Yes, indeed. And Amos sort of looks at you with the Mace of Spades, and he sort of like a corner of his mouth sort of curls up and says, "I may yet have a use for you after all." And at that point, you hear sort of Sigmund, from the infirmary next to the office, and you recognize it as Dave's voice.
Oh, I probably wouldn't have actually been shouting out.
Oh, right, okay.
I would have tried to find the door that I think they're behind and then listen in.
We said there was going to be this bird call, this specific
that's
bird
true.
call that was going to be the thing, so you'd be doing
yeah.
that, I guess.
I
Are
can
you
get-
doing the bird call, Dave?
I'll get Toast to do the bird call, because it was going to be a bird call that sounded like Toast, so I might as well. Which I guess just kind of sounds like a hum, because she hums.
Is Dave just humming really loudly?
No, Toast is. Because I can't remember what the actual rules were, because I think Jack made them up and then he forgot them. But only some people can hear Toast humming some of the time. And
Oh, right.
Sigmund could hear her humming, so if she can do a hum that only he can hear, or at least he can hear, but other people around me can't, that would be quite useful, but I don't know.
It might be useful
Dave
to
doesn't
actually
know.
probably stat up Toast one
Yeah.
of these days.
One of these days.
So we'll do that after this session. But yeah.
I can do a handle animal if you like.
Yeah, roll handle animal.
Oh yeah.
24, very
plus
good.
10.
Yep. So Sigmund, you hear the decided upon call.
Amos, do you hear that? That's one of my associates.
I don't hear anything.
You look outside this giant blue bird. Oh yes, my associate.
If you'll give me a moment, they're very trustworthy, and Sigmund will go and bring the group back together if such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Okay,
Hi,
so
Sigmund.
you can definitely open up the door and see where Dave is. So you can meet with Dave in the sickbay.
Okay. Well, I'll bring Dave through into the place that we can't get observed. That seems smart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If
Okay.
anyone-
Well,
What's
actually,
that
I'll ask Dave. Dave, I've made contact with one of the things here. Do you want to come in and meet them, or do you want to stay more disguised?
I'm disguised at the moment. I can come in. I would try to go get the cigar case, and the room's empty.
Yes, no, it's in the outshams. Come, and I think we'll bring Dave in, and then we'll do it in
Okay.
the more subtle area.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a good idea.
So
Hello.
And also, I'm using a fake identity. You can call me Michael, and you are Pierre.
Pierre. Okay, sure. Pierre. Caddy whistle. I don't like them.
Very good. And I introduce Amos. This is my associate, Pierre Caddy Whistle.
Hi.
a halfling from Skur.
Yeah.
Or well, I suppose so. Are you from Skur? young
Yeah,
boy?
I am.
Ah. I hope to go on vacation there one day if I ever leave this place.
I hear it's
nice.
trouble.
No, it's very nice there.
No, that was me.
I know.
I wasn't saying.
Okay, so
So yeah, we'll go, basically make sure everyone's up to speed, and if there's anything else in terms of information share that Amos has to say. 'Cause I think
yeah,
Sigmund
I
was
think
pretty
that's
straightforward. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
bluffing any of the stuff he was saying,
Mm,
apart from like the fake name, but whatever. Like
yeah. Okay. So you both share information, and Amos says, this Firefly situation might be more complicated than I thought, if indeed it is true that it has something to do with the cough."
and we believe that the fireflies can somehow, I don't know, coalesce into some kind of spectral being, and that was what was used to slay Olaf. That's, by the way, with anything like that before.
It's definitely more. Well, at least now I'm glad that I picked up on these things as quickly as I did. Otherwise, I may indeed have been the next on the list and meet one of these things and not you. Alright. I've been thinking about this for a while. I was kind of stuck, but now that you've shown up, you might actually have an idea how to move forward, if you'll have me.
Forwards with what? There's a lot going on in this city.
I propose that we kidnap Maximilian Michaels.
Shit, yeah. So Sigmund.
I just wanted to get a cigar box from his office.
Yes. Well, the thing is, the furniture of Olaf Peachwood's office is currently all in the office of the High Chancellor, so we might be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Please no killing. Let's not
Well,
killing birds.
Kidnap 2 birds with 1 stone.
And then
if
do
you will.
what? Like,
No, that's really good, actually. I already have a kidnapping plan. I'm going to use it on...
Gonna use it on what? Sorry, you cut out ag.
So you cut away a bit.
Sigmund's like, oh, that's great. No, I have a kidnapping plan all set out. I was going to use it on you,
Indeed. And what would have been this plan of yours?
Let's just say we have an associate of ours who likes telling stories that we think will help matters.
Wait, who?
I was going to tie him up and then leave him down with Tim.
Oh, that seems cruel and unusual, Sigmund.
Okay, we might need another plan, Amos. But
What was
we
your
could totally
idea?
kidnap
Could
this
we just like lock him in his office and make him talk to us? Or...
Well, here's my idea. And he takes something out of a drawer of his and
I
he shows it
can
to
knock
you.
people out with a spell,
Um,
if that's helpful.
and he shows you a little paper, a pamphlet of a painting auction that is going out tonight. in the
Oh, right.
merchant's house. And he says, the High Chancellor's been talking about going to this all week. While he's away, I suppose that one of us, or a few of us, could try to lift any important objects that were still in Olaf Peachwood's office from the office of the High Chancellor. It might be a very good idea to sort of try and make it seem as though, as though this was just stuff that the High Chancellor himself has been doing with. And when that is the case, as we are moving, as the High Chancellor is attending this painting auction, I propose that we kidnap him as he is either on his way there or on his way back. I think that would be the best way to do this, because, well, when he's here in the academy, and probably when he's at the auction as well, there's probably going to be a lot of guards. However, while he's in transit, we might be able to intercept him.
Yeah, my aunt
And
Tilda
you
always
know
says
what these
stuff
fancy
like
things are like as well? If it's on the way back, he might be drunk or something.
That's very true. A good point.
that. How far away is this
If there's
painting
something I
thing?
know, it's drinking habits.
Yes, indeed, I seem to have noticed. Anyhow,
Well, we have some associates that are somewhere else in the city that might be able to help us with that. It would be good if we could talk to them first, so we can even more people around to help.
well, that sounds like a good idea, but my spell is almost fading. We should
Oh.
probably stop talking here. I'll
Okay.
meet you... Where should I meet you?
You could meet us where we're staying? No, wait, is that a bad
No,
idea?
no.
Sigmund. Michael, is that a bad idea?
Okay. Is that in character?
Yeah,
that's
sure, why
definitely-
not?
That's definitely in character.
My mind's one with boy.
Okay, Pierre. We can. Have we seen any kind of like landmarks that are pertinent here? So, I'm just getting the map.
Mm-hmm.
My thing's not zooming very well. Okay, there we go. So what number are we? Oh, we are
We're
here.
at 26.
26, yeah.
26, yeah.
And the painting thing is going on where Thyra
At number
and
9,
Clever are
yes.
at number 9, yeah.
Can I just say that there's like a fountain or something that's nearby?
Oh yeah,
so
sure, definitely.
like it'll be like on one of the benches near there.
Indeed. Okay, sure. What's this fountain called?
It is called the Mermaid's Rest Fountain, and it's got 2 pictures of mermaids like spitting out water into the middle.
Okay, cool.
Gross.
All right. Mermaid's Rest, is it? Very well. I'll be there. The auction seems to start at 7. So I'll meet you there at 6. Or perhaps earlier. We do need to prepare this.
Yeah.
We'll say 5, and then we'll see what's up. Is it going to be worthwhile? Is it going to be worthwhile having someone in the university to retrieve what we need whilst the kidnapping is happening, or are we doing this sequentially, or are we kind of splitting things up? So it'll be happening at the same time.
Well, I would say that since it will be the evening and there will be less people around, plus we will have certainty that the head chancellor isn't actually in his office. So I think that this would probably be the most opportune time.
So Sig's asking, like, because we're going to be kidnapping, right?
Yes.
On the way
back, should we be having someone breaking in at the same time as us doing the kidnapping?
Could we
yes,
not do
that
it?
seems to be what Amos Payne is
Well, we
suggesting.
could do it beforehand,
We
depending on
have some
how long
associates
the
who are really
auction is.
Sorry, go on.
Well, depending on how long the auction is, if it lasts from like 7 until 9, and we kidnap him at 10 past 9, then someone could go in and get something at like 8:30 when he's still not there, but we're not doing the kidnapping either.
True. That's true. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that earlier because the auction lasts from 7 to 10, actually.
Okay, cool.
It just seems like sometimes when we split up, things don't go so well.
That's fair.
Well, you say that. Well, that's just me, and I'm going to be with you for the entire time, Dave. Our other associates are masters of stealth, so we don't need to worry about that.
And I guess Apollyon's not here.
Sorry, what was that, Dave?
And Polly's not here.
I think with Sigmund saying, and our other associates, masters of stealth. We can smash cuts to what's happening with
yeah, indeed, exactly.
With alarms going off and everything.
Yeah.
You hear like everyone blowing their whistles all across the merchant's house. 6 guards are pointing their pikes at you here in the elevator. What do you do? Map. I am going to make quickly a little Thyra on it and Clanvar on it. There we are. I'm going to move you guys to there. I am going to put some guards on there. Where's my stuff? Where is my stuff? Guards. Sorry for the delay. Here we are. Okay, so you are currently standing in this elevator. What is your plan?
I don't really want to kill them.
No, likewise, I don't think that's really an option. So the actual sort of room beyond it, how well can we see it?
You can see it vaguely. It's quite hard to see because you
because there's a wall of armed guards in
there's
front of it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so there we are.
Can you not just do another fog cloud?
And they are probably a lot closer. And they are over here. Okay.
This reminds me of a puzzle. How the fuck do we get out of this elevator without dying?
I don't remember that one.
What kind of... I do. Two dwarves are in an elevator.
Two dwarfs walk out of an elevator.
Two dwarves walk out of an elevator into 6 armed guards. What kind of... So it's an old-timey hotel elevator, like it has the stupid great door.
Yes.
And it takes like 150 years to come up. Does it have a cable?
Yes.
Does it have like an access panel in the roof?
Yes.
I mean, I could blow the top on it.
You could. Is that what you want to do?
Heg, thoughts?
I don't know. My
It's
thoughts just
a bit of a
try and
sticky wicket.
barge straight through.
Charging doesn't really... Like, it's... We could try combat maneuvering them and just trip them up and bolt through a particular...
You can There's something called a bull rush.
That's
Yeah.
what I meant by barging. I said barge, not charge, anyway.
Ah, I see, sorry.
Make a barge roll.
Roll to barge. Roll to have a barge.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I think this is a strength thing that I don't really have.
that what you're going to do? Bull rush?
Yep.
Yeah, alright, fuck it.
Okay. Then you will have to roll combat maneuver bonus. And do any of you have improved bull rush?
Nope.
Because
Nope.
if not, that is going to provoke attacks of opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So doing combat maneuver was that?
Yes.
Is it a strength-based combat maneuver?
Yeah. I think so.
I will point out that because you do not have improved bull rush, I think, unless you say otherwise, unless you have that feat, you will prompt attacks of opportunity.
You've already stated this.
Yeah, you get it from the target of your...
Yes.
It doesn't really say what kind of CMB check it is, but I suppose by default it's strength, isn't it?
Yes. So combat maneuver bonus is strength plus base stack bonus plus.
Yeah, there's a
Nothing.
thing to roll for it.
Yes. Okay. So 11, and let's see what these guys' combat maneuver defense is.
Probably
a bit higher.
probably, yeah.
It is, I'm afraid, a bit higher. So you attempt this bull rush. However, it does not succeed, and you are blocked in your path.
And we each take an attack of opportunity from the target.
You do each take an attack of opportunity. And let's see how that goes. Okay, this one misses, so this one tries to stab towards you with the pike. However, stabs besides you as you try to charge them. This other one crits, I'm afraid. Glanvar, could you take... where's my correct die? Could you take 10 points of damage as you are skewered with this pike in your side? And could you both roll me initiative?
Oh, shit.
Well, it was a thought.
Yeah, you can try to surrender or such if you wish, but I am going to assume that you guys want to continue this as a combat.
Yeah, I
Indeed.
think this should be fine. Maybe.
Um,
Also, Glanvar got a 25, so
Yeah, that's very good. You have
fast
gotten
boy.
8, and the gods have got. And 11. So, Glanvar, it is first of all your turn.
I'm going for non-lethal unarmed strikes.
Okay. Against whom?
The one directly in front of me.
Okay. Roll it.
Where is the damn attack button? There it is.
Okay. 18. That hits. Roll the damage. Okay,
Not bad.
bam. That's not too bad.
I
Okay.
get 2 attacks, don't I?
Oh, you do, if you have multi-attack.
Yeah, you didn't move.
Or if
so
you are
go
doing
for it.
flurry of blows or whatever.
No, because it's just a full attack, but full round attack. I have 2 attacks, don't I now?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have multi-attack, definitely. Okay, so that's 8 damage.
Sorry, I just need to pick up. I need to open up the pies die. Because, we're level.
Well, I've got multi-attack and I'm a bard, so I figure a monk's got to have multi-attack.
Yeah, no, I was trying to figure out what the how much lower the second attack
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Oh, minus 5.
Minus 5.
Yeah, I know that now. Oh well, that one fucked.
Oof.
Ooh dear.
Okay,
Oh, no.
so
Ooh dear. Oh no.
you strike true with your first uppercut, and as you try to go for a second hit, it is dodged by a sidestep. And could you roll me a reflex save, please?
Mm-hmm. Reflex.
19. That's very good, and you manage to duck underneath another guard who is trying to give you a knock to your temple with the pommel of their sword. Then it is the guards' turn, and they are gonna make some attacks. Where did I put my... Let me just quickly find what I need to be looking for, because I didn't expect this to go into combat, which I really should have.
That was an oversight, wasn't it?
That was a bit of an oversight. PATHCO, here we go. No. Come on, don't tell me I put it. Great. Maybe... shit. Okay, so I do not have the exact character sheet here. Okay, I kind of messed this up. Okay, so I'm just going to solve it this way. I do not have the exact character sheets for the guards here. If that's okay with you guys, I'm just gonna briefly go back to Sigmund and Dave, wrap it up for tonight, and make sure that I'm well prepared for this combat and for this escape scene next time.
That's cool. Yeah, I would have thought they were going to be on. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay. Because, like, I want to do you guys' choice justice on this to make this like a cool escape scene, which I can't really do with the prep that I have. So if you'll have me, that is how I'm going to solve that.
Cool. And it's getting 9:30, so
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I would have done.
Mm-hmm.
no, it's
Okay.
perfectly understandable.
So, we also kind of wrapped up what Dave and Sigmund were sort of doing, didn't we?
We kind of did. Like, I'm surprised it went well, actually. And we could cut to Sigmund and
brought it
Dave
back.
like leaving the university point, like going.
Actually, as a final thing for Sigmund and Dave, roll a d10.
Each
I'll let you
or
do that.
just one?
One for both.
Okay.
Okay. Go for it, Dave.
Okay, 2. Let me check my magical sheet.
Okay.
Okay, no, this passes uneventfully.
All right.
So, I think, guys, that I'm going to wrap A-Team up for tonight here. If that is fine with you, because
cool.
I noticed that because I've been very busy lately with dissertation and such, and other schoolwork, my prep has been sort of minimal for this, and has been less than I clearly need. So
If you, I reckon, I generally use the stat blocks, the pre-built NPC ones. Like if you want to take 5 minutes, you could probably find some.
Honestly, I would actually rather prefer to have time until next time, because then I might also have like a proper map of this level of the Merchants Guild, so that you guys can do like a planned escape and shit, and it will be cool to play, except of like an improvised thing.
That works for me. I'm also very hungry. So
Yeah, I do like the last scene of
either.
Sigmund and Dave just leaving. Goes, see, Dave, that went perfectly fine. We even made we made a friend. It's good.
Yeah, I like the idea that every time I ask you guys to roll a d10, there's like a sinister musical cue.
Yeah.
Scarecrow.
So it's like, yeah, everything will be fine. This will be great. Okay.
Wait, is that what the D10 means? Every time we say something going well, you may roll a D10?
No,
Well,
the
it is
D10
now.
is... I'm obviously not telling you what the D10 is.
Yeah.
But
shame.
let me say that
I was hoping I'd caught him.
I think I will, for now on, refer to it as roll for machinations.
Yeah.
Ah, that's good.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Shall we say goodbye to the stream?
Goodbye.
Yes, we
stream.
shall.
Bye,
being
stream. Thank you
with us.
for coming.
Bye,
Bye.
stream.